I've been a dating coach now for 3 years full-time, and before that I was doing it part-time. And as you can imagine, I have seen the same mistakes over and over again when it comes to online dating. Now, online dating is as good as what you make it. I have met my partner on dating apps. I have seen hundreds, yes, literally hundreds of other guys do the exact same thing, whether it's Instagram or dating apps. And you can do the exact same thing too. But you have to have an understanding of what a good profile looks like. And once you have that good profile, you need to understand texting. Now, texting arguably is much harder than the pictures themselves, because once you have the pictures, you're done. But texting never ends. Now, in this video today, we're going to discuss the 3 biggest reasons why women are not answering your text messages. It's 2025. You are finally ready to start dating, so you download some dating apps. You've heard from people that these are worth giving a go because after doing some research, you find out that 80% of new couples and relationships formed are meeting each other on dating apps and online. So you think, you know what? Let's give it a go. So you download Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, maybe some other ones, Facebook Dating, Badoo, Hilly. You upload your pictures, you start swiping, but then nothing. You swipe some more, weeks pass, maybe months, and you get the occasional match. And then you message her. But then, again, nothing. So what is the issue? Number 1, with the guys that I coach, so many of them try to avoid having professional pictures taken. Sometimes they go through the entire mentoring, which is usually at least 3 months long, and they haven't made any effort to get pictures. And that pauses their entire dating experience, because then they have to rely on cold approaching, which most of you guys are not ready for this. And using dating apps to get dates and build that experience is the perfect way to build your confidence to then be able to approach. That's how I did things. I started on dating apps, I got good pictures, I built my confidence, I got lots of dates, and eventually I was able to approach with some other tweaks, which I talk about in my other videos, but back to this video. Now, as far as the pictures you need, I'm not going to go in depth in this because I have made several videos on this. If you scroll on my YouTube channel, you will see a video titled 6 pictures you need on dating apps, something like this. Go and watch that. I tell you exactly which pictures you need in that video. But when it comes to pictures, you have to understand she is going to perceive and judge you based off what she sees in front of her. A lot of you guys seem to think that just because you know you're a good guy and you're this like really nice guy to be around, you think that's going to be enough and that warrants you getting good matches. This is not how it works. If you have crappy pictures, you get crappy results. And even if you do manage to match her, because she sees this crappy profile in front of her, all she thinks is, no thanks, because she has hundreds, if not thousands of other guys who are also DMing her and matching her. So you have no choice but to get professional pictures. Now you have 2 options. Either you go out with some friends who can take some fairly decent pictures, or you spend a couple $100s on a photographer for a couple of hours, you bring a few outfits and you get your pictures, which set you up for years. Literally years if you do it right. So that is number 1. Number 2, your texting doesn't make her feel anything. Dating is a game of feelings. The guy who makes her feel the most is the guy who wins. That is why guys who are usually not very nice people, they do very well in dating, because they make her feel a lot. Now, that's not me saying stop being a douchebag and being horrible to women, but you have to understand that the negative emotion is a lot more powerful than the positive emotion. I went to university and I studied journalism, and from day 1, they told us, by the way guys, positive stories, happy stories do not sell. Focus on negative. And dating is the exact same thing. And that is why in your texting, you have to learn to tease her, to make her feel something. Now, when it comes to being able to effectively tease a woman, you have to understand there is a very fine line between insulting her and being playful or teasing. Now, the difference is very simple. If you're insulting her, you're talking about things which she can't change. Like her height, her facial features, her eye color, the size of her nose, right? She can't change those things unless she gets like a serious intervention. The things you should tease her about are things which she can change, like her clothing, her shoes, the way she does her makeup, her body language, her literal language that she uses, and the way she communicates. She can change all of these things, and you can tease her about this. You can say things like, you know what, Stephanie, I was very nearly about to fall in love with you, but those dirty Air Force, I could never now. Now, this is very obviously a joke. Now, if you want a free texting guide, go to my bio. I have a complete online dating guide where you can look at some of the texting examples that I use there. The third thing is your overall approach to communication. Now, as a man, you are both blessed and cursed. You are blessed because you have a certain way of thinking that makes life usually a little bit easier. And this is logical thinking. You look at the world with a logical, information to information point of view. Whenever there is a problem, you have a solution that you can think of. That is your masculine trait, skill that you are born with, right? Men have different levels of this skill, but all men have a certain level of logic that they are born with. But when it comes to dating, you have to understand that logic is literally anti-seduction. The more logical you are with her, the more boring you are. Going back to point number 2, the less you're going to make her feel. So generally, what you have to learn to do is to avoid logic. Let's say, for example, she asks you, how's your day been? What have you been up to? Usually you'd say, good thanks. How's yours been? Boring. You just killed the conversation. Congratulations. What you have to learn to do is to deflect her questions and just kind of play with her and make things up. Now, this is not teasing, but this is you changing your language. So let me give you an example. She asks you, hey Matthew, how's your day been? You say, great, thanks. I went to this building before there and I lifted up these really heavy round metal things and I picked it up and then put it down and then I picked it up and then put it down again, and now my muscles, they really hurt. That sounds 10 times more interesting than you saying, yes, I went to the gym, how was your day? As an example. And you can apply this to literally everything. But the point is, whenever you go to text her something, look at what you're sending her and think to yourself, is this boring? Will this make her feel something? Is this too logical? If it is, change it. So of course, as always guys, if you want to learn more, I have the free guide which I've already mentioned in my bio or my description, which you can download. If you want more personalized guidance to help you get to where you want to be, whether it's more dates, more abundance, or a girlfriend or wife, you can schedule a free call in my description below where you can learn more about what can be done for your current situation. Until the next video guys, I will see you all later.